Welcome back to ABC-7 at 4. In today's Smart Money, the stock market has recovered well this year, and many investors nearing retirement are wondering if this is a good time to retire while the market is up. ABC-7 financial contributor Brian Mirau joins me today. Brian, as always, thank you for coming on. Is there a magic number you should try to save for your retirement, or how do you counsel clients?
Well, hey, Mark, thanks for having me today. You know, a new retirement survey from Northwestern Mutual says that Americans believe they need to save about $1.2 million in order to retire comfortably. Now, respondents that are in their 50s, they're expected to need the most when they retire, more than 1.5 million. And the survey found that this number to be pretty tight. Now, for those in their 60s and their 70s who are close or near to retirement or in retirement, those expectations drop to less than $1 million. And I think for many, this could be accurate, but it's also hard to put a blanket magic number as there's so many variables out here that we have to deal with. We have to deal with where we retire, our location, our expenses, our age, our goals in retirements, and so on. Each of us are so different, and many can retire on a lot less than $1 million.
So how do you help people analyze what they've saved so far to help them figure out if they've saved enough?
Well, Mark, it really depends on each household's goals and their objectives. But a good rule of thumb is to look to replace 70 to 80% of your pre-retirement income. However, most folks that we visit with don't necessarily want to reduce their standard of living on the day they retire. What we do is we run a retirement analysis, which will take into account all your assets, your income, your expenses, your taxes, and all other variables like inflation, and can help us calculate if you have enough to retire based on your goals.
Now, stock markets are up for the year, Brian, but many people still are worried about the economy and a possible recession. How do you help people find that right balance between growth to keep up with inflation and preservation of retirement savings?
Well, Mark, finding the right balance can be tough, but it's also so critical for investors, and especially those nearing or already in retirement. A few key items that you want to look at are, you got to ask yourself, is your investment portfolio diversified? Diversification is key to managing risk, especially as we get older, and the question needs to be asked of, why are you still at as much risk as you are? Now, you want to determine your risk tolerance. You want to assess your risk tolerance based on your financial goals, your time horizon, and your personal circumstances. And you want to make sure you're comfortable with that amount of risk. You want to review and rebalance your portfolio on a periodic basis, and you want to stay educated and be sure that you work with an advisor that is informed and updated with current market trends and investment products.
Now, as we talk about determining how much we need to save, one analyst says the amount you save is not just about your expenses, but it's also the mentality of feeling assured that you can spend money throughout retirement. What are your thoughts?
Well, I absolutely agree with that, Mark. You got to have a game plan for your retirement, and you want to be comfortable in retirement knowing that you're going to have enough. That's the biggest question we get asked all the time. And a big part of that is knowing that you have a solid income strategy and you have enough to cover your expenses each month with a good emergency fund. Now, when planning for our retirement income strategy, there's really 4 major areas that you must be efficient against. You got to be efficient against taxes. You got to be efficient against inflation. Okay, you got to be efficient against unnecessary fees and expenses. And then the 4th thing you want to be efficient against is this thing called market risk. And if you're not efficient against these 4 areas, you can find yourself dripping nickels all over the place, thus causing your retirement nest egg to run out before you do. Now, we actually have a tool, Mark, that I mentioned earlier called a retirement analyzer. And this is an advanced planning tool that answers the questions of how much do I need to retire and will my money last? Now, we can run that free of charge for any of our viewers today. And Mark, one more thing, we are now offering a complimentary free copy of my new book, Smart Money for the Backside of Life, for anyone wanting to set a visit. Now, in my book, I discuss many different aspects of retirement that folks deal with on the backside of life.
And to get that, just text RETIRE to 915-233-2904 for your retirement analysis. And you can also set a visit with Brian to receive a copy of his new book, Smart Money for the Backside of Life. Again, the number 915-233-2904. Just text the word retire. You can also visit the website online at mirocapital.com/TV. ABC-7 financial contributor Brian Mirau with Mirau Capital Management. As always, sir, thank you for your time.
Mark, thank you so much for having me today.